And hello there. Hee told you I'd get a video today. Though I am still dead tired and running on an hour and a half of sleep. I actually was really looking forward to this. Oh, and I have confirmation. I will be streaming Beast of Bermuda. A lovely dinosaur game I showed you. Yes, I have made friends. And my 1,000 hours of playing, I finally made friends. Ah! I've made friends in the past, but never like an actual friend group, and I'm quite happy about it. I can't say we'll all be playing it, but we are working on things. But for now, first thing first. Natsuki! Hello. I open it up and see Natsuki standing there, looking slightly impatient, but also happy to see me. So, are you ready or what? I'm guessing that you're ready, so that means I'm ready too. Alright, I'm hoping... Oh, wait. Alright, I'm hoping you're not too slow when helping me with this, by the way. I'll try my best. I've gone grocery shopping plenty of times, so it's not like there's gonna be any issue, but for all I know, Natsuki could be some pro grocery shopper or something, if that exists, of course. Ooh. Okay, better. Maybe... Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Turn that down a tiny bit. We arrive at a supermarket that I don't think I've ever been to. There's a large crowd rambling around, which makes it slightly difficult to see where everything is. Come on, we've got a lot of time, but not that much time. We walk further inside and I wait on Natsuki to tell me the details of the trip. We're in KO Supermarket, a large store that should have everything we need for now. Interesting, I've never heard of this place. Anything special about it? What's great about it is the store at low prices on mostly everything, which makes this place an obvious pick. We should start coming here too. You know, unless you have bad taste in grocery stores or something. Okay. I didn't know that was possible to have bad taste in places to shop for food, but I do now. What are we going to be buying anyway? Cupcake supplies, duh! It's important to always be stocked up on ingredients. That's fair. When do we start? First up is flour. Follow me. It's just a few aisles away. Wouldn't it be more convenient if we split up to get more done instead? Natsuki freezes. Nah, we're fine like this. Whatever you say, Natsuki. We head over to the flour and sugar section, and Natsuki looks through the flowers. Ooh, there are many of the same kind, but each different brand. I noticed that Natsuki's taking a while to pick something out. I don't think the brand is going to affect the taste too much. It's not about the brand. Price is the most important thing here. You have to check the size of each bag and compare it to how much it costs versus the other sizes. Stuff like 3-4 pound bags of flour being cheaper overall than single 10-pound bag, you mean. Basically, it's a long process. Even though we should have enough time to do this, you have to be very careful. I see. I didn't realize you were so thorough with this kind of stuff. Well, if you can save money, why wouldn't you, right? Natsuki does bring up a good point. I never really pay attention to those kinds of things when I went shopping. Well, that and I hate doing math. Me! A few moments later, Natsuki finally picks out a bag of flour. Here, hold this. Without giving me time to react, she throws the bag at me and I barely catch it. She looks at her shopping list again. It would have been faster for her just to put the flour in the shopping cart we took before coming in, but I guess she must have been too much of a rush to think straight, you know, like normal human being. Okay, next up are eggs. We move over to the aisle that has all the egg cartons. As Natsuki's picking which kind she would like to buy again, I decided to strike up a conversation. Are you making these cupcakes for an event or something? That part's not important, trust me. I don't know if it's not important. I don't think there'd be an issue with telling me if you're making it for someone. I can keep a secret. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough anyway. Shouldn't you be helping me right now or something? I really have no idea what I'm supposed to be helping with in the first place. I'd like to sigh, but it's not as if I've gotten used to Natsuki's occasional moments of bizarre logic. I wouldn't mind doing that, but I don't know how I'm supposed to help. See what's on the next, see what's next on the list, maybe? I think it's in the shopping cart. As Nazi Michigan, I find... Plus he mentioned. I find the list while peering into the cart. Next up should be butter. Alright, then let's get going. Nazi finds the perfect carton of eggs and puts it in the cart. We continue our trip once more. I was wondering, Nazi, want me to help you bake cupcakes once we're done with all this? Nazi looks off to the side, then back at me. Normally I would, but... Yeah? I'll just say this is a special occasion. Oh, I see. I quiet down as I wonder what this was supposed to mean. For her secret admirer? This whole thing felt a bit strange to me. Was it a date? Was it not? Maybe? I'm misinterpreting things, but at the same time, I'd be lying if I said I didn't like spending more time with Natsuki! Natsuki! Maybe one day I could ask her out on an actual date. You know, actually call it a date, and have us specifically refer to it as a date. But I don't think I'd ever have the courage to do that, so I might as well forget it for now. Our shopping trip continued until we had all the supplies we needed and headed to the self-checkout stand. I noticed that Nancy pulls out a membership card for this place, so she must have been even more of a regular here than I thought. Right, how much is that for all this? It should be... Oh wow, that's a new record. New record? Yeah, I'd like to see how cheap I can get all this stuff for, not counting coupons of course. You know, that's cheap enough that I wouldn't mind paying for it. I have enough money on me, I think. Nancy looks a bit nervous. You don't have to do that. Actually, if you seriously want to, then sure. Of course, don't mind me. I don't mind. Nancy smiles for a moment. Thanks, but remember that you volunteered, so I'm not paying you back. That's fair. I can find some other form of payments. After we get everything together, we walk out. We walk out while carrying a few grocery bags. Well, I'm certainly not an expert in shopping for food, but I do have to admit, this was fun, Natsuki, and all of our exploring. It's usually boring, but it was nice to have someone come along, so I guess I have you to thank for that. Yeah, since you invited me and all. There was an awkward silence. I had the urge to say something, but I couldn't figure out what entirely it was. Natsuki. Yeah. I hope. Nope, I can't do this. Good luck with baking those cupcakes. Of course. Natsuki also struggles to get out whatever she was trying to say. Good luck with whatever you usually do. Oh. I don't need luck for that. I have a trusty friend. For the world may never know. What was I supposed to say here? Thanks. Thanks. That was it. You know, one day I'll confess my feelings, or maybe Natsuki will beat me to it. If she even has feelings strong enough to overcome her pride. But regardless of what happens, I'll be there for her. In all my stupidity. I sit on my bed at home, trying to put things into perspective. It hasn't been that long since I joined the literature club, but it's still been long enough. Long enough for me to feel that I have a connection with the club members, and most importantly, Natsuki. When Sayori first asked me to join the club, I didn't think it would lead to this. Sure, I've had feelings for the girls in the past, but I don't think they've been as strong as they are when I'm with Natsuki. She can be difficult to get through, too, yeah, but there's still a genuine kindness to her underneath all the insecurities. And hey, it's good when a girl I like shares my interest in manga. Thinking about it, it's interesting how manga has gotten us closer to each other, too. Not only reading it together, but when we tried making our own manga yesterday as well. It doesn't matter that we barely got anywhere. She was clearly enjoying herself, and so was I. I don't know what's been coming over me, but I pick up my phone without thinking, and text a message to Natsuki. Good night. I feel incredibly embarrassed after doing so. 2. Do your friends even do that? It's not like we're in a relationship. What was I thinking? Expecting the worst as soon as I get a response from Natsuki. You too. My mind's put at ease, but then I'm wondering other things too. If I were to confess, what would I even say? When would it happen? Would something happen that would push me to say it? I barely know anything at this point. All I know is that tomorrow's a new day, and I get to enjoy spending time with Natsuki, and hopefully she enjoys spending time with me. Beep, 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 beep. Get the fuck up. Beep, beep. Man, did I even get any sleep last night? It's hard for me to tell with how tired I am. In the end, it doesn't really matter. Another day means another session with the Lich Club. Although it's not to say that's a bad thing. Which reminds me, I wonder how Natsuki's doing. I mean, things were a bit awkward after we left the grocery store. No, that's the wrong way to think of things. If I keep going nervous about this, I'm not going to get anywhere. In the end, what's going to happen will happen. For now, I just need to live my life the way I normally do, and so turn off my alarm clock and get ready for school. With another dull day of classes over, did I even mention that I hate French class? I think we all do, buddy. Spanish was a lot easier. And I didn't learn a single thing. Mainly because Papa Wolf didn't teach me anything. I head over to the Lich Club. I walk into the room, see all the members doing their own thing. The exception to this is Natsuki, who's sitting with her head down on a desk. It's possible that she's asleep, but it's hard to tell. Hey, Sarkopus, it's good to see you came. After greeting Monika, Yuri, Sayuri, and I walk over to Natsuki. Natsuki, you awake? Natsuki slowly rubs her eyes after realizing it was my voice she heard. Her head perks up. I'd like to think she perked up because it was my voice specifically, but I'm jumping to conclusions at this point. It's about time you showed up. Natsuki stretches out her arms and yawns. Did you not get much sleep last night? I guess you could say that. Was something keeping you up then? I've been thinking about something a lot, yeah? No, nothing to do with you or anything like that. Baka? Yeah, same here. Huh? I probably could have worded that better. Oh, it's nothing. I had trouble sleeping last night too. Yeah. Either we were both tired or we both flustered because it was clear that we had been confused by what was going on, yet didn't question it. Yes. Maybe it was both. I didn't know for sure that things had felt different lately. So, what should we do today? Nancy yawns again and closes her eyes. There's always manga. I like it if you read to me, actually. Nancy quickly opens her eyes, realizing how strange it is for her to ask. How strange for her to say something like that. I didn't mean like that. I'm just super tired, okay? It feels strange to see a side of Natsuki that's calm. Like her tense attitude is worn off. That has to be the effect of not getting enough sleep has on some people. We spent some time reading manga together, although Natsuki asked me to read it to her because she was tired. She went back to being her usual self pretty soon. Okay, everyone! We all turned towards Monika. Since it's been a while since we held an event, I was thinking of things we could do. We participated in the school festival only a few days ago, though. As I was saying, I decided that we should do something nice and simple to help get us to know each other better. As long as it's not something stupid like... Oh, she's interrupted. That's right, we're doing show and tell. Show and tell? You mean that thing where you bring an item and tell people about it? Is that like something only low kids do though? Yeah, but it still holds a lot of value. For one thing, it's good at improving your public speaking skills. Not that you guys did a bad job at the festival, but there's always room for improvement. It'll also help us get to know each other better, especially you, Sarkopus, since you haven't been a part of the club that long. This is embarrassing. Could you have picked something less terrible? Just because half the people here act like kids doesn't mean we have to treat them like it. I'll admit, I was running out of ideas for the events, and this was the last one I could think of, but still. Didn't you have any event ideas that can come to mind, Natsuki? Natsuki stops to think. Well, Come on, Yuri. You shouldn't put someone on the spot like that. Seems like this was my time to step in, because I am amazing at seeing what's my time to step in. Oh wait, what? I missed something! I'm sorry! Why don't we write poems together? Alright, well, I failed. We already do that at this point. The club stuck with us. Oh yeah. Actually, I have a potential suggestion. Go ahead, Yuri. We can write down our names down on separate slips of paper and draw them out of a hat. The name that gets picked decides the activity that they enjoy. For example, if Natsuki's name was picked, we could all read manga together. This would encourage us to broaden our interest while ensuring the selection process is completely fair. Well, what does everyone else think? Sounds good to me. It might work, but don't expect me to show up with something dumb. I'll drag you there then. Hehehehe. How about we do the raffle now, and sort out the details later? I agree. I will set it up. I'm so glad that Yuri seems so much more calm. She really worries me. Yuri writes down everyone's name that comes up to us with a request. We'll need something along the lines of a hat to put this in. I have a cat beanie if that'll work. Natsuki grabs beanie out of her backpack. It has the design of a cutely drawn gray cat, which is something I'd expect of her from this point. It's your beanie, so you should probably draw the names, Nancy. In a few moments, the drawing is already over. Nancy looks at the paper that was drawn from it and reads it. Sarkopus. Wait, me? Yes, you. I didn't expect to win the raffle, honestly. It was only a 1 in 5 chance after all, but I guess it's all on me now. So, what events do you have in mind? Alright, so this is all for the sake of Natsuki. We can bake something. That sounds coffee, though. Watch anime. That sounds nice, but I don't think everyone will enjoy it. Right, an event. I didn't think about what I'd choose for an activity either. It should be something both me and Natsuki would enjoy, though. Yeah, because fuck everyone else's feelings. I feel like watching anime is cool. I think everyone could get into that a bit here. Reading a manga, I know Yuri wouldn't like, but it would, as she said, it would broaden our whole horizons. And bake something, well, that's not really literature. Anime is more of a waste of time, so read manga it is. How about we read some manga? Manga isn't my preferred form of reading, but I'd be fine with it nothing less. Well, I'm taking you up on your word for broadening horizons. I'd be up for it, but you probably already knew that. How's this going to work, though? Will we all read from the same book? It might get a bit cramped if we do that. Unless we sit on each other's laps. We could each read a different book and share our thoughts once we're done reading it, maybe. Well, that's not exactly the most social group activity, but it's your choice. Let's do it then. Natsuki, why don't you pick out a series out? Natsuki, why don't you pick a series out for everyone? I'll do you a favor and help choose what person you would like to. After choosing out a manga for each of us to read, we read in silence as we all open the first page of each one. Natsuki and I choose to read the same manga since it's something we've done for so long. We chose the spin-off to Parfait Girls, Ice Cream Sundae Girls. Ah, didn't know there was one. Once we're done reading it, I asked Natsuki for her thoughts on it. It's okay, it's a decent attempt at a spin-off, but misses the original point of Parfait Girls. Still enjoyable though. Yeah, I agree, it was decent, but that's about it. Well, now you can say that you've read it, can't you? I'm not sure I can think of any situation where I'd be bragging about reading this, but you never know. I look towards Natsuki again and realize something extremely surprising. We're really holding hands, but when did this happen? Was it me? Or her? Who did it? For now I should keep quiet, but Monaco walks over. I see you two are enjoying yourselves. Natsuki and I look down and notice, although this was her first time seeing it, I think. No! We quickly move our hands away. Aw, you didn't have fun. No, we had fun. It's just, you know, It's none of your business. Instead of outright denying any claims about if something was going on between us, Natsuki instead tells Monaco to back off. I wonder if that counts as progress. Yes, progress. Progress to piss off Monaco. I have no idea what happened there, but afterwards, the rest of the day seemed to vanish. I definitely had fun the whole way through, and can't wait for tomorrow. I would like to know Yuri's thoughts on the manga, or Sayori's, or Monica's. Come on now. Life's looking brighter than ever. I don't think anything could bring it down at this point. I feel really happy today. Maybe it's because Natsuki, or maybe it's not, but man, I haven't felt this good in a long time. Luckily, life has a way of making sure that happiness doesn't last. As if I found a concerning message on my phone this morning from Natsuki. I need to talk to you about something. This wasn't Natsuki's usual texting style filled with emoticons or emojis. Instead, it gave off a much more serious tone. Granted that I didn't mean it was anything bad, it might not be anything important at all. But just thought of what that message means scared me. If earlier I felt like nothing could bring me down, now I feel like I've been brought back to reality. I respond and ask her what's going on. Several minutes pass until I get a response. It's nothing. Never mind. There's no way that this is nothing. I suspect that there's something definitely going on, but if Natsuki doesn't want to tell me, then that's that. It's none of my business, right? But I wish it was. I wish I could help. All I can do for now, though, is to respect her wishes. Of course, I'm probably looking way too deep into this anyway. Walk into the literature club and see the same familiar scene that I always do. Zoe and Monica are working in poems. Yuri is reading a book in the corner of the room. Natsuki is sitting alone at a desk. I walk over to Natsuki and sit down next to her. Hi. Natsuki speaks in a monotone voice. Hey. Think we should read some manga? Whatever you want. Earlier I said this was none of my business, but I'd be lying if I said this wasn't at least curious. I still need to respect her feelings though, so for now we'll keep reading manga. If it's what's going on with her becomes relevant, I'll know. Going over to the closet, I search for the next volume, Ice Cream Sundae Girls. Once I find it, I go back to the desk. Ice Cream Sundae Girls again? Oh, it's what we read last time was mediocre, but it was to say the series doesn't get better over time. I've read the series. It doesn't get any better over time. Oh. Read it to me anyways, okay? Are you tired again or something? That's one thing, yeah. I just don't feel like myself today. I'm always willing to help if you need it, you know? We'll see about that. We'll see about that? What's that supposed to mean? I mean, I'd like to think I'm a fairly reliable guy. Was I misinterpreting her statement? Come on, read already. Yeah, of course. That ended up being a day. It was back at my house. As anxious as usual. Before I knew it, it was the next morning. Now the text came from Natsuki, this one worrying me even more. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it? What am I not supposed to worry about? Saying that makes me even more worried. For what reason, though? I don't know how much Natsuki when it comes down to it. I know she doesn't live a perfect life, but none of us do. I'm getting this nervous feeling for nothing. Will any of this matter in a month, or even a week? As things are, I'll continue to stand by Natsuki's side. There's nothing else that would make me happy. If I can continue to be able to do that at least. I back to the literature club and go up to Natsuki, who's once again sitting on a desk. What's up? Nothing. I doubt it's truly nothing, though. She seems more distant than usual. Like I said before, just remember if you want to talk to me, I'm here for you. Sure. I read manga to her again, but she didn't seem to be enjoying it. Nearly as much, but hey, not much else I can do, right? Another day passes, leading to another morning and another text. I said not to worry about it. This confirmed my suspicions about her being something major going on. I don't know what it is, though, and I doubt I'll be able to easily find it. The rest of the day involved Natsuki giving me the cold shoulder, though. So it started to become a consistent. Things repeated like this for several days. Natsuki continued to get colder and colder towards me until one day. One day things were different. I wake up, check my phone as usual, and I get a message from Natsuki. This one worries me the most, because it feels like the past week has been all been leading up to something. I was finally about to find out what it was. We need to get something straight. The literature club, after everyone's left, will work fine. And here I am, at the literature club. Before I can grab any manga, Natsuki tells me not to bother. So we sat together. Both bored, yet nervous at the same time. Unaware of what today would lead to, Natsuki knew much more than I did, though. A few hours felt like they passed before Natsuki decides to look around. Okay, everyone's gone. What was it you wanted to tell me? Where do I start? So confused by everything, I keep trying to figure out if I'm making the right choices or if even discussing this with you is a good idea. Thinking about it is not a good idea. Why did I even send that text to you? Why did I think making a decision at 2 a.m. was okay to do? Whatever, it doesn't matter. All I have to say is no. Natsuki anxiously twirls the thumbs for a moment and then slams her hand on the desk, startling me. What's wrong with you? Huh? I thought you would have left, so why are you still here? What are you talking about? We're friends, aren't we? I'm so cold to you. Tried scaring you off. I tried to retreat and be by myself. Why didn't it work? Why haven't you left me yet? As me as I can be, even I can't get much crueler. Natsuki, I figured it out. Not what Natsuki has been intending or anything like that, no. I can worry about that later. Finally figured out when it was the time for that. I realized that this was the moment. Because if not now, then when? I have to say this. Because I want to be there for you. Because I want you to be able to trust me. Because no matter what, I always want to help. I take a deep breath. But most importantly of all, though, is I like you. A lot. Natsuki is stunned. She stands there for several moments until tears begin to roll down her face. You can't make this easy for me, can you? Dang it, I like you too, but that's not the point. I can't keep living like this. Natsuki bursts into tears and hugs me. Things are happening so fast, yet I don't have time to think. Like I said, I'll always be there for you. That's a promise, Natsuki. Natsuki's words come out in between her sobs. I don't get it. What did I do to deserve to have someone be this nice to me? Deep breaths, Natsuki. It'll be okay. I'll make sure of that. Time felt like it had froze, except for Shiori, who tried to shoo away when she waltzed in. Anyway, that'll probably come up later, but I don't particularly care at the moment. All I care about right now is comforting Natsuki. You can trust me, Natsuki. I don't know what your life is like right now, but I can say with absolute certainty that you can trust me. Natsuki tries to speak, but so exhausted no words come out of her mouth. Just relax. And she does. She relaxes so much she falls asleep, still in my arms. Well, it's a nice feeling, but I did eventually get a bit tired of standing up. Alright, Natsuki. Natsuki slowly wakes up and yawns. Huh? What happened? Nothing happened. You had a bad day and you need to let it all out. That's all. I was serious though. I do have feelings for you, but it's complicated. Yeah? I scrambled my brain to think of an idea. The weekend's almost here, so maybe. There's no school tomorrow, so I've got an idea. You don't have to agree to it, but I think you should. Let's have a day where we forget all about all the bad things. We can go somewhere to eat, for example. It doesn't have to be called a date either, just a relaxation day. Does that sound good to you? Natsuki briefly smiles. Sure. Then it's settled. I'll text you the details, okay? Got it. I'll be looking forward to it, I guess. Natsuki starts walking out of the classroom. And, thank you. Anytime. Soon after that, I slowly walk home. Yet only when I'm laying in the bed do things really sink in. Seriously, I confessed to Natsuki. I actually did it. She said she liked me back too? Holy crap. I had my suspicions, sure, but to actually hear her words, this feeling is incredible. She did say that things were complicated. I don't really know what that means, but for now it doesn't matter. All I'm thinking is about tomorrow. That will be the best day ever. As for what happens after, that doesn't matter to me. I don't want to worry about that yet. What matters to me are my feelings now. And we are ending there. ending there because I have a feeling things are about to spice up a bit. And we just had a very special moment with Natsuki. And I want to keep it in the records. Hehehe. But, So we finally confessed to Natsuki. But she's definitely going through some stuff. Like some real bad, like, home life stuff, I think. She's always tired, she's always sleeping, it's like she never eats. So, I think there's some bad home stuff we're about to discover. I don't know. But you'll find out. Next video. Hehe. I don't know, I'm really sad for Natsuki. I like her a lot too, but very sad. A lot of the characters are. They're very sad. But thank y'all guys for watching. And if you wanna hopefully not be sad next video, or if you wanna cry next video, well, you know where I'll be. I love you. I know you love me too. And this time, I'm not talking about Natsuki. Mwah. Bye bye. Hehehe.